Hi, BDC Live. Courtney here from the Office of Student Involvement, continuing our interviews with students to talk about their co-curricular experience. So next I'm joined by Mason from Delta Sigma Pi. So Mason, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you so much for having me, Courtney.
Yeah, so as we get started here, how about you tell us a little bit about you, who you are, where you're from, and what you're involved in here on campus?
Yeah, of course. So my name is Mason Decker. I'm currently a sophomore at DePaul, originally from California. My major is real estate. I'm in the College of Business, but I'm also about to declare a double major in political science. And as of right now, I am currently an RA in the Belden Racine Hall on Lincoln Park campus.
Oh, nice. So you're in your res hall right now, right?
I am, yes, as you can tell by the background.
Yeah. What's life been like during the pandemic on campus?
It has been very strange, especially for a person as myself. As I said, I'm a sophomore. I just came out of a traditional residence hall as a freshman last year. So jumping into this has been very interesting. Everybody's been taking COVID precautions very seriously. No guests are really allowed. If we do have gatherings, we try to ask students to stay around 3 people socially distanced in our lounge. It's definitely been an adjustment, but I think people are just really happy to be back on campus in whatever capacity they can.
Yeah, I know I'm in the student center right now, and it's really interesting. I mean, I am so used to the student center being this hub of campus life. And actually, it's kind of funny on days because we've been turning some of our traditions to virtual experiences like midnight breakfast, the tree lighting ceremony.
Yeah.
I've literally had these moments where I'm like walking through the space and I can visualize what it was like last year with like I think about like last year. I don't know if you attended the ugly sweater party in 20 was it 2019 it would have been. Yeah. But we had to move it indoors because it was so cold. And I the day that we were doing it, I literally had this like visualization of like hundreds, if not thousands of students like in the student center. And like, I don't know, it was surreal. Like it's just a very different campus experience right now. I am ready for the students to come back.
I know, as am I, Courtney, especially being one of the few students that actually is here and seeing it devoid of students. I can only imagine how the staff feel, especially staff like you who's been here for a while and seen so many students, and now to see none, it's shocking for me. I can only imagine how it is for you guys.
Yeah. Well, and I know our Dr. Esteban has recently talked about like our fall intentions for return. So I'm very excited for that. And, I'm just hoping that we as a nation can get to a point that it's safe for us to do it, because I have appreciated that DePaul has been guided by science through all of this. And I do believe it's been safer because of it. I'm just really ready. I'm ready.
As am I.
Yeah. But this could turn into an entire hour conversation, I think, about just like campus life. But right now, obviously, we're talking about Delta Sigma Pi or DSP, as I know a lot of the students refer to it. So how about you tell our viewers a little bit about Delta Sigma Pi?
Yeah, so just for starters, we are a professional business fraternity on campus. Pretty much our mission statement is to help foster the study of business in universities. We have chapters all across the country. We are the largest co-ed business fraternity in the country. And one thing that we do like to stress is that we are co-ed. So even though we are referred to as a fraternity, we do accept people of all different gender identities into our fraternity. As a matter of fact, we actually are about 60% female in our fraternity. So I feel like that is a common misconception since we do identify as a fraternity. But yeah, so that's just something that we want to stress, is that we are co-ed. And another thing is that we only allow business majors, but how that works is a lot of people decide to double major in things outside of the College of Business just to gain a perspective as to what's going on in other colleges in the fraternity, in the university, my bad. As I said, I am a political science double major, and I have friends that are double majors in things such as film or music. And so we do encourage people to get out there and experience different things. But at the end of the day, we do only admit people whose primary major is in the College of Business.
Mm-hmm. Now, Mason, I have a follow-up question. Is Delta, and this is, I don't know the answer to this one, is Delta Sigma Pi an honor society, or are you all a more active fraternity?
So we are a fraternity. We are not an honor society. That being said, though, we do, similar to an honor society, we do require a certain academic standing to be allowed into the fraternity, but it is not we don't have the similar operational functions as an honor society on campus would. We do identify very much so with traditional fraternities and sororities within the IFC on campus.
Mm. Well, and the part of the reason I ask is because I think sometimes, some of the I work a lot with our honor societies, and oftentimes what ends up happening with honor societies is people join their junior or senior year so that they can get the cords when they cross the stage. And that's not my impression of membership in Delta Sigma Pi at all. I have seen it to be a very active organization on campus. And like you said, you're a sophomore, that it is an organization that really welcomes active membership for 4 years. Instead of not all of our honor societies, some are better than others at it, but a lot of our honor societies struggle because they see that they really only see engagement their junior and senior year, again, to get that cord. And Delta Sigma Pi, at least what I've interpreted, is a little bit more active than that.
Yeah, so one thing that we kind of pride ourselves on is our brotherhood, and that's something that we really do like to stress is though we are here as a professional fraternity, we do really try to stress the immense brotherhood within our fraternity. As people can see through our socials or our activities across campus, we are all best friends. We are all, and I don't mean to say that to be exaggerative. It is a true statement. Most of our brothers live together after rushing their freshman or sophomore year. So I feel like we do, in regards to involvement and activity across campus, we do really resemble a traditional fraternity or sorority. And we do have several procedures in place to try to make sure that we retain involvement and retain activity. So we do just try to make deep connections with each other in order to encourage each other to show up to events and be active both in philanthropy and in brotherhood events.
Mm-hmm. So how about we spend a little bit of time talking about what this has looked like in the pivot to virtual? I think a lot of the things that you're talking about are easy when we're doing them on campus, right? But just curious a little bit if you can talk a little bit about what the virtual experience has looked like for Delta Sigma Pi.
Yeah, for sure. So as I just touched on briefly, Delta Sigma Pi pretty much has 3 pillars of involvement that we stress: philanthropy, professionalism, and brotherhood. Those are our 3 pillars. We rely on those equally. And so how that has looked, I'll be in all honesty, it was a little bit of a rough transition, as I'm sure is the case for your office and all organizations across campus. So with brotherhood, we've rotated to things. Obviously, we've been functioning primarily off Zoom. And then fall quarter, we did plenty of socially distanced activities. We did Day in the Park, where we'd have socially distanced picnics. And then as we've kind of moved into the winter season, we've been doing a lot of virtual game nights, virtual hangouts, just different bonding activities to try and stay connected with each other. We try to meet at least once a week, if not more. And obviously not all brothers attend everything, but we've managed to maintain a really high level of brotherhood as we've even initiated more brothers into our ranks. And then in addition to that, with our professionalism, we still have bi-weekly meetings with different recruiters from companies such as EY, Plant Moran, different big accounting firms downtown have come in. We do workshops. We have professional boards with executives from different companies across Chicago in similar, if not higher frequency than we did before, because now that everything is virtual, these people are so much more available to come in and talk to us. So I think the professional aspect of our fraternity has really been thriving as of late because of the availability of these people to come and talk to us. And then even with philanthropy, we've been doing virtual 5Ks, virtual fundraisers. We actually just in the past week raised $250 for the Susan G. Komen Foundation for cancer. And so I think we have remained very active, and I'm very proud of the brothers for maintaining not only our brotherhood, but our philanthropy and our professionalism.
Yeah, that's great to hear, Mason. So as we wrap up here, if people are curious to find out more about DSP or stay connected with what you all are doing, do you have a social media site or anything that they can follow along?
Yes, actually, we are very active on our Instagram. If you want to follow it at DSP DePaul, we post about our brotherhood, our professionalism, our philanthropy. We do a lot of our fundraisers through our Instagram. If you want to go ahead and donate $5 next time we do another fundraiser, whether it's for Ronald McDonald House or Susan B. Komen, we'd really appreciate it.
Great. Well, Mason, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today and for talking a little bit about DSP for our viewers. And, obviously for all of those of you watching, the series is part of our BDC Live challenge today. So if you haven't had the opportunity to donate yet to DePaul students like Mason, we'd encourage you to do so. So we'll be here all day, again, continuing stories. But until next time, we hope you stay safe. Bye-bye, everybody.